Hey guys, I'm super excited to start this video and sharing you about some of the new topics that you might never heard of. And I'm going to be talking about the scalability in the e-commerce space. You may ask yourself how come e-commerce can be scalable, what does it mean, and how it's going to be changing your business. So we all know that e-commerce is very volatile, very dynamic business, and if you're growing 20% plus, you have to completely revamp your operations. You have to adjust into the demand spikes and have to completely change your supply chain. And that's what we do, and that's what our technology does. And HyperC is the world's first supply chain intelligence platform specifically built for Amazon sellers and aggregators to tackle these problems and solve their growth limitations by automating and optimizing their supply chain operations. So we are typically getting over 27% increases in the profits annually. And in this video, I'll be sharing you how exactly we're able to do that and what our technology is going to be changing in the space in the upcoming years. A little bit about us. My name is Kareem. I'm the co-founder of HyperC, and I do have over 8+ years of experience of growing and scaling businesses on Amazon, and have generated over $500 million sales on Amazon for the clients, and essentially have gained a tremendous experience of operating in these very volatile environments and managing of over 200,000 shipments throughout the years. So I can be confidently saying that the technology that we have built is the cutting edge product that can simplify the life of logistics people, supply chain people, the finance and decision makers in the e-commerce brands. So what we eventually are getting is significant improvements in the operations, the reduction of the storage fees, reductions of the shipping fees, as well as the improvements of the performance of the supply chain related people. So we have some amazing milestones hit in this year alone, and we're getting over $2.3 million and additional profits brought to our clients, and going to surpass over $200 million under supply chain management this year. So what is really unique about our product, and what are the most challenging parts that e-commerce brands are facing in 2022? We all know that the process of planning things is requiring very sophisticated algorithms to gather the data that is giving you signals of how you should be optimizing, how you should be planning your workflow. And that all comes down to ability to do a very advanced demand forecasting. We all know that the categories are changing super fast. There are a lot of new coming products or competitors. There are a lot of things that are happening from the Amazon ads who can suspend or delist your products. A lot of the things can happen during the Prime days, holidays, during some events when some customers, some of the competitors are trying to launch new ads, hijack some of the traffic from you, and it's affecting your entire operations. So our algorithms are able to provide you the best-in-class performance and the accuracy of predicting your demand, predicting your performance, and moreover giving these signals to the right teams to respond to these signals. And you no longer will have any issues when some parts of the team are launching discounts or any lightning deals that are skewing your forecasting parameters, and moreover having everything synchronized between different teams, and allowing the performance being tracked in every single detail. So what are the biggest savings that brands can gain using HyperC? So we are reshaping, revamping your operations that you typically do using a number of Excel files, number of Google Sheets that collecting data from different points, and building the AI model based on your data that is going to be aggregated in one place, and providing you the visualization of your current state, the real-time operations that are going to be constantly updating based on the new data that is coming. So if there's any delays, anything that happens in lead times, the acceptance of the products, something that happens during your shipments on seas. So let's say behind me you can see that we're in San Francisco. There would be some freight coming in, and a lot of the things can happen. This all affecting your risks, all your costs and profitability of the business. The other things is about managing the seasonality, managing some of the things that happening with your routes, with the critical stock values, and with the scheduling of the shipments. So we are having very advanced algorithms to reshape the schedules and frequencies of your shipments so that you can get a really optimal amount of shipments that you have to do, the time or when you have to do that, and of course the assortment of products that you have to combine. As we all know that products have different sales velocities, different stages of the growth, and you have to juggle all these things in a real time. HyperC is doing it super well by managing your dynamic changes. So the visualization you see on the screen is going to show you the forecasts of your operations for the upcoming years, and you would be seeing the areas of improvements that you can make and affect your current state to see the most prioritized areas of improvements. So the dashboard in front of you is showcasing the analytics that we're gathering at completely another level, Amazon sellers have never seen before. And we are not going to just be tracking the performance of your storage fees, shipping fees, and the net profits, but also include the optimizations at every single level of your supply chain. That includes the involvement of palletization, what is the utilization of the pallets, utilizations of the trucks, utilizations of the containers, and of course the ratios of how much the truckload shipments are getting above than the single parcel delivery shipments. So everything all together is just combining into one cohesive, one robust solution to give you the best savings in the long run. And of course, the next slide is going to show you the improvements in the management of the risks, management of the things that define your optimal stock values. So we're really controlling every single aspect for every single SKU. Where are the best critical stock values? How are they dynamically going to be changing? Because a lot of the things are still being done in a very old-fashioned way, but they're not being competitive in real life in 2022 in upcoming years, as we know that things are changing super fast. So you would be also seeing the reorder points, the points when the recommendations of new shipments are happening, the time frame when you actually take action, and of course all of these together are giving us the best in class performances of 99% plus in stock rates that our clients are getting using HyperC technology. So all of these together, aside from just controlling the risks, is also delivering you the most important aspects of your growth, is financing your inventory purchases, your growth, using much lower rates that you can get based on our supply chain model that can simplify your due diligence, simplify the terms that you can negotiate for reinvesting in your business. One of the biggest questions that brands are asking and some of the established companies are asking is how can we integrate to current ERP solutions, some of the products that managing some parts of the business. And I can tell that we easily integrate to popular ERP solutions like NetSuite, Odoo, and many more products that can store some of your accounting data, some of the things that store the POs or shipment information, and we can easily do that, and moreover expand their functionalities to deliver you this intelligence. And if you're concerned about the necessity of trying us out, you can easily use the HyperC calculator that can calculate the approximate savings and improvements in your performance that you can get by simply plugging in your numbers and getting the not just the amount of savings but also estimating the return on the investments. And I can tell a really amazing news that we have had always a return on investment higher than 2.5x for every single client who has worked with us and who is continuing to work with us. So you can just easily use the template for your own business case and see how much improvements you can expect from us. So some of the case studies are showing the real results that sellers achieved throughout their journey, as a lot of them have been growing super fast. And what is most important, that their growth was proportionally way higher than the growth of the costs. And that's exactly what HyperC does. So they didn't have the headache of solving how are they supposed to adjust their supply chain when they're growing 20% plus, and how they need to adapt to volatile demand increases. So these are some more examples when the shipping costs have dramatically reduced, the net profits went up like extremely high as the storage fees were fixed, and we had to fix the issues that their internal logistics person has done, and the management were not just able to even detect extreme high costs that Amazon was charging them. So you would ask, what are the next steps? How can you try it out? How can you test it and see it in action? So it's very simple. You just have to sign up on HyperC website and connect your Amazon seller account to Amazon API. You get all this data, export it, and wait for new shipment recommendation to show up so that you can compare it with your own calculations, approve it, and then track the performance after you initiate the next steps, whether it's a PO creation, a work order, a reorder order, and any other things that you have in your supply chain. So we are official application launched on Amazon App Store, so feel free to reach us out, and I'll be definitely happy to answer your questions. And just the last note, we are fully confident that the world is changing super fast. The AI technology, the cutting edge tech advancements are going to be reshaping the way we do businesses, and every client who works with us is just appreciating how their business is transforming and how they're able to get ahead of their competition. So if you would like to be ahead of others, feel free to reach out and let's schedule a call. I'll be happy to answer your questions.